Hey everybody, Dan here with Fit Feather for Outfitters. Today we're looking at the Girsan Witness 2311 Brat. Last month I showed you the Girsan Witness 2311 Match S for a steel frame. And this is a full-size 9mm handgun that's a 2011 essentially. They call it the 2311. But imagine this cut off about right there with an abrupt end to it on the muzzle end, and they call it the Brat. Available in 9mm and 45 ACP. We're going to talk about it, so let's do it. The Witness 2311 Brat is an officer size 1911 that is a double stack. As I mentioned, available in 9mm and 45 ACP. This is in 45 ACP. And it ships with two 11-round mags. But the Brat is very different. Now you may notice if you go on the site, they offer this model as well as one with a titanium finish to it, which is gold all throughout, and many of the parts are titanium. They jazzed it up a bit. This one is the original. It's not optics ready. They also make them now with optics ready, and this one's not. This was among the launch of the Brat, but officer size means that it's very short, very much a shorter barrel with a 3.4-inch barrel chambered in 45 ACP. Check this out. Now it still has a steel frame, a black slide, and they have a polymer grip. All this is polymer, and then the flared magwell. All right, and so together it's a stout, sort of a fat package, rather thick, with a full pick rail right there. But it's every bit of a 2011 that we know of. It's a 2311, but you know, Staccato owns the 2011 thing, but it's a common term with double stack 9mm or 45s or 10mm for that much. But anyways, a single action 1911 like handgun, and I dig it. It's pretty cool. 45. I wanted the 45 9mm. 2311s, very common. 45, in my eyes, is where it is with this officer size. The sights are Novak style. So Novak style means it's ramped up in the back with 3-dot sights. All right, nice sight picture, big jumping out at you dots there. I mentioned the full pick rail, the ambidextrous thumb safety. Okay, meant to be carried cocked and locked. It has an extended beaver tail, much like the 1911s, and then that trigger, which is very neatly cut. I think they did a good job with that. Is pretty nice. Like the way this thing shoots. Now, if you go with this, it'll come in this Girsan case, and then in it is where the paperwork and warranty and all that is, but also the additional 11-round mag, bore brush, and a lock. So not a ton to it. The MSRP is $749. But I want to show you the internals because it's pretty cool the way they packed all this into this small package. So let's check that out. Disassembling the 2311 SC Brat is like any other handgun essentially. You just pull the slide back, remove that pin, and then take out the recoil spring assembly. It does have, right there is a recoil spring guide rod bushing. You have to remove that and then move the barrel out like any other 1911 out the muzzle end. All right, and this is what it looks like. Very easy to do. Nice overall feel. And you have to love the trigger pull, all right? And it's got a cool look to it. I said that with the match model I showed you. That has a nice cut to it. And there is the trigger pull, and the reset is right there. 11 plus 1 and 45, 17 plus 1 in 9mm. So it would have this mag here if you go with the 2311 Brat in 9mm. But, you know, options are great. And if you like the blinged up one with all the titanium, you can get that. I think this is cool as is. Optics ready? Yeah, you can't put optics on every single handgun that you own that's optics ready. And every now and again, it's good to get back to the basics and go with iron sights because, well, if you shoot too many optic housed pistols, then you forget how to use your iron sights, and that could be not a good thing in the gun world. Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.